Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a skincare routine for all of you, and today's skincare routine is a morning skincare routine for those of you with oily but dehydrated skin, because this is a thing and it happens more than you think. This will be a full K-beauty skincare routine. I got all of my products from Stylevana, so let's get into it. If you are new to my channel, my name is Susan Yara. I have been in the beauty industry for about 2 decades. I started off as a beauty editor. I have consulted with brands. I have my own skincare line now, and I love to talk about skincare specifically on this YouTube channel. So let's talk about why people with oily skin tend to be the ones that get dehydrated skin. And I'm not talking about, like dry dehydrated skin. That's a whole different thing. But when you have oily skin and it's dehydrated underneath, the reason tends to be that you are being too rough with your skin. You're using ingredients that are too harsh, that are really stripping. You feel like you constantly need to wash your skin and wash your face. You probably skip moisturizer or your hydrating ingredients because you think you don't need that since you have oily skin. So it causes a cycle essentially where your skin gets really greasy on top because it is overcompensating because it feels like it's dry. And then underneath you feel like your skin is just very uncomfortable. So I'm excited about today's routine. It's one that most people, actually most skin types, can benefit from, but this is specifically for those of you that have oily but dehydrated skin. This video is a partnership with Stylevana. If you haven't checked out their website, they sell a ton of K-beauty from brands that I truly love, that are just super popular. Everyone's always talking about them. You're gonna see some of these brands right now in this video. I also have a 10% off discount code that you guys can check out. I'll put it in the description box below, but it's INF10Susan, and you can pretty much access Stylevana internationally. They have different websites that I'll leave for you in the description box. But let's get into this skincare routine. So I just got out of the shower. I did not cleanse my face, but you can choose to cleanse your skin if you want to in the morning time. I tend to find that I don't like to use a cleanser in the morning too often, only because I feel like my natural oils and everything just, my skin barrier stays a little bit healthier when I don't use a cleanser morning and night, especially since I am double cleansing at night most of the time. That said, you can use a cleanser in the morning if you feel like you really need it. Sometimes I'll even use an exfoliating, a very gentle exfoliating cleanser. But for the purposes of this video, I wanted to skip that step and just move into the first one, and that is a hydrating essence like this one from Primera. So I'm really excited to show you guys this essence because I hear so many people talking about this online, and I just had so many essences that I was like, I can't try a new one, but this one had to be the exception. Go like that and pour it into your hand. You can see this, it's really, this really light, liquidy texture, and you just pat it into your skin and it really absorbs nicely, and it doesn't feel like you're putting on this really thick layer. So if you have oily skin and you don't like putting on a lot of products because you don't want to feel like it's just going to contribute to that oily, greasy look that you don't want, this doesn't do that. That's why I actually love Essence. I feel like it's a nice light layer that you can put onto your skin no matter your skin type, and you're gonna just feel like it helps to restore your skin barrier. And what I like about it is that it has lotus seed extract, and what that does for your skin is it helps to hydrate your skin. It's also really rich in amino acids and in linoleic acid, and people with oily skin sometimes really need that linoleic acid to help just restore the lipid barrier, the skin barrier. But one of the other reasons why I love this essence is because it has niacinamide in it. And I talk about niacinamide all the time. If you've been following my channel, you know that I think niacinamide is just a magical ingredient. So this has that combination of the lotus seed extract, it has niacinamide, and niacinamide for you specifically with oily skin that's dehydrated is perfect because it helps to restore and strengthen your skin barrier. It's very brightening, which is what I tend to love about niacinamide, but it also helps to control your oil production. So this is a really nice essence to apply to your skin. Next up, I am going in with a serum. serum, even though this is for people with oily skin. Remember, we are treating that dehydration that's underneath your skin. And a lot of the time you are getting that greasiness because your skin is just overcompensating. So we need to give your skin that hydration that it needs. This is by Wonder. This is their Black Rice Hyaluronic Anti-Wrinkle Serum. And the reason why I like this over your typical hyaluronic acid serum, specifically for people that have oily, dehydrated skin, this is not just a hydrating serum. This has fermented black rice in it, so it's really rich in antioxidants that come from the polyphenols and flavonoids that are in here. And what that does is it helps to fight free radicals. So you're not just hydrating your skin, but you're also getting the antioxidant protection and strength that you need for your skin throughout the day. You also get the hydrating ingredients. You do have hyaluronic acid in here. You do have glycerin. There are also other nice ingredients in this, and it's also just a very interesting texture to me. So you can see it almost looks like an emulsion because it's like a little bit creamy. So I'm gonna just put this on. I tend to be heavy-handed with my product application, and that's because I'm a person with dry skin. Giving advice to someone like you who has oily skin right now, you do not need to use as much product as I use, and that's just something to kind of keep in mind. That's why skincare is so personal. I like to use a lot of product on my skin, and my skin can really handle it. It really just like soaks it up. So you're gonna really like this for the antioxidant properties. I think that's important, and also the hydrating properties to it. And it just, you can see, look how quickly that absorbs into my skin, and it doesn't leave this like shiny, dewy layer. I like a shiny, dewy layer, but again, I have dry skin. So for those of you with oily skin, you probably like a product like this a little bit more that really plumps your skin up and hydrates it and absorbs so quickly, but doesn't give you that shiny, dewy look. Okay, so oily skin types, you still need a moisturizer. This is a conversation I have all the time. You would think from watching my channel that people have come around and they're like, oh, I'm gonna use a moisturizer even if I do have oily skin, but that's not the truth. That is only people in like the skincare, the online skincare community that believe in using a moisturizer. People with oily skin, especially when it's dehydrated, especially if it's cold outside and your skin is getting even drier with, you know, like heaters blasting and that cold, windy air outside, you need to use a moisturizer, and it's all about finding the right type of moisturizer for your skin. This one is by Laneige. This is their Water Bank Moisture Cream X. The reason why I chose it for this routine is because it has like a nice creamy texture when you look at it, but when you feel it, it's more like a water cream. It's very light in texture. Again, I'm very heavy-handed with my products. This feels nice and light on the skin. You know, it's not your typical gel cream. Sometimes I feel like, you know, gel creams can leave a little bit too much of a layer on top of the skin and don't absorb quickly and don't really hydrate, or they don't moisturize. I don't know, they're not doing the right, they don't have the right function happening. But this one feels a little bit different. It feels like it gives you just the right amount of moisture and hydration for your skin without giving you that really glowy, dewy look. Because again, I know I personally, for my dry skin, I like to look like a glazed donut, but I realize that people with oily skin do not necessarily want that look. So you just want to feel hydrated enough. And this one does dry down to a nice matte finish as well. So this is a very nice moisturizer for all skin types again, but especially for those of you with oily, dehydrated skin, you're gonna love the texture of this. One other note, for those of you that don't like fragrance, it does have fragrance in it. I think it's just really nice and light. Next up, because it's a morning skincare routine, you need your sunscreen. It's the most important step probably in this skincare routine. For those of you with oily skin, but also just for all skin types, you're gonna love this. It is by Make Prem. This is the UV Defense Me Blu-ray Sun Fluid. This has 3 different types of sunscreen filters in it. They are mineral sunscreen filters, and I know that mineral sunscreens can feel very heavy on the skin. This does not. I also wanted, actually, before I even put this on, I also wanted to show you guys this bottle and compare it to, look at that, like the moisturizer. This is a very large bottle of sunscreen, and the reason for that is because this is a face and body sunscreen, which makes you feel like, oh gosh, is this gonna feel like it's gonna be heavy or something like that? Because I think of body sunscreens and I'm like, ooh, they're gonna be gross and pasty and nasty. This doesn't feel like that at all. It has a nice fluid texture to it, but it is SPF 50 plus, PA plus 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 plus. So it's a really nice broad spectrum sunscreen. It's protecting you from UVA and UVB rays. And this one also happens to be sweat proof and I think like water resistant. So for those of you with oily skin that feel like sunscreens can just get really heavy, or maybe you even like break down some of the stuff that you wear on your face too easily, this is nice because it is sweat proof and water resistant. Okay, so I'm going to use a decent amount, and so you can see it's that fluid texture. It does have a little bit of a white cast, but so far, the couple of times I've used it, it has gone away after a little while. Now, if you have darker skin than mine, you might be like, no way. But it is a mineral sunscreen, so that is something to keep in mind. Mineral sunscreens are really tough. If you're gonna wear makeup over it though, it does dry down to a nice texture, and my makeup has actually looked really nice over it, so that's also something to keep in mind. So you can see, it's already starting to like dry down. At first it went on with kind of like a white cast, but it already started to go away. And it looks really pretty. It dries down matte, and it hasn't even dried down completely yet. And last, I don't even know what this brand is, to be honest, but I got it from Stylevana. This is Frudia. It's a blueberry hydrating honey lip balm. And I just like lip balm, so I wanted to try it. I like a nice thick occlusive lip balm, and this is definitely occlusive. I like it because I'm gonna do my makeup now anyway, and my last step will be my lips, and I've been wearing some more like matte lipsticks and lip colors lately just because I've been wearing a mask and I don't like it to smear all over the place. So I like an occlusive lip balm like this one to just prep my lips, and then by the time I get to the lipstick part, my lips feel like they're really hydrated and moisturized. So there you go. That was a really straightforward morning skincare routine for people with oily, dehydrated skin. Dehydrated being the key point, but honestly, if you have oily skin, you might want to consider adding some more hydrating products to your skincare routine, and you might see a huge difference to your routine. A couple of notes. I think exfoliation is very important when you have dehydrated skin, but remember that stripping your skin is likely one of the reasons why you got here, where you have that dehydration, that dehydrated skin. So be very mindful of that and don't over exfoliate your skin. You want just enough to get rid of all the dead skin cells and then to help your products penetrate your skin a little bit better, but you don't want to strip your skin. You don't want to irritate your skin. And when you have oily, dehydrated skin, a lot of the time it's something that you've been doing to really strip your skin. So just keep that in mind. Be very mindful of that. Another thing to keep in mind, if you do this type of routine with these layers of hydrating products and you feel like after a couple of weeks your skin is still looking too oily, then just cut out one of the products. Cut out like the serum and just stick with the essence. Go in with the moisturizer and then your sunscreen. I hope this video was helpful. I love showing you guys different skincare routines. So tell me in the comments below what type of skincare routine you would like to see next, and whether you want it to be maybe another K-beauty skincare routine or another topic just in general. A big thank you to Stylevana. All of the shopping information is below in the description box. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.